Good, happy Monday morning, November 19, 2018. I'm Riley King, and we begin on the storm watch this morning. Light snow moves through overnight into the morning commute this morning. Let's take a quick look at your weather forecast with meteorologist Haley LaPointe.
Dr. Robert Marshall and the team at Aesthetic Dental Center are proud to offer Invisalign, the popular clear alternative to braces that...
Hi everybody, I'm meteorologist Haley LaPointe. Here's an update on your Thanksgiving week forecast. We actually have 3 chances for snow over the next 3 days as we get closer to Thanksgiving. Generally light, though now it looks like Tuesday we could have a storm system that brings in a few inches of snow, especially in southern New Hampshire, and that could impact any travel plans you have between now and Thanksgiving itself. Very cold on Thanksgiving, at least that day. Looks quiet, storm-free, snow-free, but definitely on the cold side. In fact, our records for the lowest high temperature may be in jeopardy as this day moves through with the colder air in place. As far as what's happening right now, we have a lot of clouds that have filled in, and there could even be a couple of flurries in southern New Hampshire, but most of the action you're seeing in southern New Hampshire in terms of snow actually isn't hitting the ground quite yet. But back toward Albany, New York, Syracuse, New York, this snow is hitting the ground, though it is generally very light. This whole system is actually weakening as it gets closer to us, but it'll continue its trek toward the east over the next few hours during the overnight. Then back toward the plain states here, nothing really all that substantial, but there's some energy here and eventually some moisture, and this is going to basically follow the same track of this last storm system that's moving through now. And that one could actually gain a little bit more energy for Tuesday and bring us some heavier snowfall then. So let me show you everything here to expect. So this is 10 o'clock tonight. There may be some scattered flurries. Certainly it's overcast across the state. And there you go. By about 3 a.m. we have snow falling in some spots. Again, it's super light. It's not going to be an overnight heavy snowfall event at all. In fact, by daybreak on Monday, some of us may not even have a coating, maybe just some remnants, a couple light areas of dusting of snow. This stuff very light, and it's not going to stick around through the overnight all that long. In some spots, you might even see it wrapping up for a time. Then here we go by about 7 a.m. on Monday, and this is where there could be a few slick spots, particularly in southern New Hampshire, where we could have a little bit of sleet mixing in or even plain old rain, though even that also looks light. But I would maybe give yourself a couple extra minutes on Monday morning, especially in central and southern New Hampshire, as this weakening system continues to move through. By 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we might actually even see some sunshine poking through the clouds on Monday. So as far as snow accumulation from this latest storm, I mean, this is basically nothing. A few spots, a coating to 2 inches, but I think even 2 inches is asking a lot. So very light accumulation, particularly from the Lakes region down into Concord, Manchester, south of Manchester. It'll likely be too warm that you might even get nothing out of this storm system. That will not be the case on Tuesday, though. This next one coming in, this is 4 a.m. on Tuesday, so it's starting right around or just before the morning commute. So again, another problem with the morning commute on Tuesday. It does look like there will be a rain-snow line with some mixing and rain, and it's really a question of how far inland does this get. This time of year, that's always really difficult to call. But right now, it looks like at least along the coastline, maybe the eastern half of Rockingham County would get the mixing, so that would limit snowfall. But inland areas, Monadnock region into the Lakes region, yeah, it's a few inches of snow. And it continues through the day. And eventually the cold air wins out, and I think even the rain-snow line moves off the coastline by the afternoon on Tuesday. So even the coast could get some light snow accumulation. So at this point, looking plowable with a few inches possible really throughout the state. And it sticks around, so it'll be a white Thanksgiving. As far as tonight, temperatures teens, 20s, some low 30s in the southern part of the state. Tomorrow, light snow and rain in the morning, especially in southern New Hampshire in the 30s to near 40 degrees. Now, here's your forecast for the week ahead. Tomorrow, again, light snow and a mix, especially in the morning. Highs in the 30s to near 40. Tuesday is now a impact weather day because of the snow moving through, and it will have travel implications, even just for traveling to work and to school on Tuesday morning and even into the afternoon too. Temperatures in the mid-30s. On Wednesday, a cold front, a sharp Arctic cold front moves through, and that'll trigger some snow showers. And then the cold settles in for Thanksgiving, highs only in the 20s.
Okay, and there's your weather forecast from meteorologist Haley LaPointe. So, Tuesday will be a weather impact day for everyone on Tuesday. And now let's take a look at your traffic right now and see what the roadways looks like for this Monday morning. And here's a look at the traffic for you this morning, everyone. We're seeing a lot of green roadways and a few yellow spots over here and along over here, and a tiny red area over here. Otherwise, the traffic is moving pretty okay on this Monday morning. No major issues or delays to report or accidents to report just yet. So we'll keep an eye on traffic throughout the day, and if we have any major issues, we'll bring it straight to you right here on the Riley King Network. And that is a check of your traffic. Now let's take a look at your news. And spate of chimney fires in New Hampshire, officials urge homeowners to take preventive steps. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Mike Cronin.
Manchester firefighters made quick work of a fire behind a wood stove inside someone's home last night. It burned a hole through the floor, but this could have been worse. These kinds of calls become common for crews in the cold months.
I can't stress enough, regular maintenance for your heating appliance will prevent any disasters from happening.
While it's not clear what caused this fire, officials do see a lot of issues caused by home heating sources. They urge people to have their chimneys inspected every year by a certified professional.
Just like we have our cars inspected, our furnaces inspected, have the chimney inspected annually.
Caesar Chimney is booked with appointments almost through the end of the year.
We check the entire chimney inside and out, top to bottom, and there's a lot of things that can happen outside of creosote buildup that should be checked.
John Caesar says regardless of the type of chimney or what's used to heat the home, they should all be checked. One of the biggest issues he sees is with oil.
Homeowners will have the HVAC technician inspect the unit, but they don't often have the chimney inspected. And that's a big issue. You get a lot of carbon monoxide dangers.
And with Thanksgiving this week, officials have an important reminder about cooking fires.
If a fire starts in your oven, leave the door closed, call the fire department, and we'll come in and assist. But the main cause of cooking, fires attributed to cooking is unattended cooking.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Year-old dragged by car in critical condition, police say. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB Boston.
You have choices in a divorce. You have choices in a divorce even when it doesn't seem like it. Cervisi and Associates will help you find the best path for your family. Whether you're a man or a woman, we'll listen to your story and take you through the process with compassion. Learn more at cervisilaw.com.
The 18-year-old victim was found unresponsive right down there on Gallivan Boulevard, right before the intersection with Nevada Street. Police say the man had been dragged several blocks up the hill, and tonight he's in critical condition. Gallivan Boulevard still bears the markings of a dragging late Friday night that left an 18-year-old man with life-threatening injuries. Police tape, latex gloves, and markings on the road show the aftermath of the high-speed dragging. Police say the victim had been planning to sell a smartphone to the suspects. During the meetup, the suspects allegedly closed their car window on the victim's arm, then drove off, dragging him several blocks and leaving him with life-threatening injuries. Police shut down part of Gallivan Boulevard Friday night so investigators could process the large crime scene. Neighbors were startled.
I came home by like 11 something at night, and then I heard like the ambulance and, all the silence all over the street.
Early this morning, state police arrested 18-year-old Dion Barnes of Dorchester and 23-year-old Kenneth Ford of Roxbury. Both men will be arraigned tomorrow in Dorchester District Court. They're charged with unarmed robbery, but additional charges are expected to be filed, according to state police. Again, the victim remains in critical condition at BMC. The suspects are in custody, and they will be arraigned in the morning. Reporting live in Dorchester, Todd Kiskevich, WCVB News Center 5.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Westbrook police host Give a Cop the Bird event to collect food for Thanksgiving. Let's take a listen to the video from WMTW News 8 Maine.
We know that exercise is the biggest predictor of how well you're going to live with or without cardiovascular disease. That's embedded.
Turkeys and all the Thanksgiving Day essentials for people living in Westbrook who are in need. Westbrook's police chief says they collected 36 turkeys and $1,000 in donations on Saturday. The chief says she got the idea from another police department in Connecticut.
And I thought it would be really great to bring it here and make it our own. Nobody else that I knew was doing anything like this in the state of Maine. Making progress.
The event was sponsored by the Westbrook Police Department, the Westbrook Food Pantry, and SHOT.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. What a cool event. Brace for corporate defaults as China firms with dollar debates are under increasing pressure. More Chinese companies could default on their debts issued in U.S. dollars, experts warn. They say that the rising cost of borrowing and weakening Chinese yuan could see more firms fail to meet upcoming payments as the increasing number of bonds mature in the next few years. Restless California wildfires leave 80 dead, over 1,200 others still missing. The number of people who remain missing in the wake of the pair of furious wildfires that have been blazing across both ends of California for more than a week spiked to more than 1,200 late Saturday. The two mountainous blazes, which both ignited last week, have claimed a total of 80 lives while lying waste into a total area of nearly 400 square miles, according to the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection. Officials said that 63 of the remains have been positively identified so far. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.